perfect performance by Manchester United as we sail through comfortably into the last 16 of the Europa League. Man United 5, Club Brugge 0, 6-1 on aggregate. This is your match review. Yes, the perfect performance. The perfect performance. Nothing, absolutely nothing I can complain about. And I don't want to complain, so I'm happy. I am happy today. Went into the game 1-1, leading technically because of the away goal rule, but 1-1 was the score from the first leg. Wasn't a great performance in the first leg, and we knew we had to put on a show. We knew we had to do the job tonight to send us through. We got the news early on that Martial was out of the squad. At first it was because he was rested, and then it was clarified by Solskjaer that he actually picked up a bit of a thigh strain in training. He wasn't able to complete training, so we hope that he's not out for too long. We need all the players we can get at this stage, with injuries still to some key players like Pogba and Rashford. But it meant Ighalo led the line, started his first Man United game for a boyhood Man United fan, first Nigerian to play and start for Manchester United. And he did a very good job. He did a very good job. I'm happy with the way that he linked up. The ball came in, stuck with him. He brought others into play, and he got his goal. But we'll get on to them. We started with obviously Romero at the back in goal as he does in the cup competitions. Luke Shaw, Bailly returned to the centre back with Maguire and Wan-Bissaka on the right. So a fairly strong team. Fred and McTominay returning from injury in the middle of the park. Bruno Fernandes, Mata and Dan James behind Odion Ighalo. So happy with the lineup, strong lineup. Greenwood on the bench in case of any mishaps. But it wasn't to be that night. The night we started off with the first goal was actually a penalty. And it was foolish defending by whoever the Club Brugge player is. I don't know his name, but it was actually ridiculous. Dan James took a shot from outside the box, and it was curling, definitely on target. Could have been going into the far corner. Mignolet was diving, but a defender in front of him made what would be classed as a very good save, but of course he can't use his hand, and the referee sent him off and got a penalty, and gave the penalty to Man United. He actually was then instructed to go check the red card on the VAR monitor, and he confirmed his own decision. And I like that way. I like that way of VAR, because referees made a decision based on real time. They've said, sorry, you might need to check it. We're not sure if it was a clear goal or it was going to be a goal. The shot might be enough target, etc., etc. And he checked it for a minute. It actually took 4 minutes between the penalty being awarded and Bruno Fernandes actually stepping up and scoring, over 4 minutes. But the referee checked his own decision, and in this case confirmed it. If he wanted to, he would have reversed it. Much better than someone somewhere in his ear telling him to change his decision. You want the referee to do the job of the referee. And he did that job. Gave the penalty in the end, and Bruno Fernandes came with his little hop, skip penalty, like very similar to Jorginho, what he did on the weekend against Watford, and sent Mignolet, ex-Liverpool keeper, the wrong way, 1-0. Mignolet was getting a lot of stick all night, slipping. Fans were singing whether or not he was, are you Gerrard in disguise? It was brilliant. It was brilliant. No love lost as far as that's concerned. Sorry, I'm just looking at the other scores in the Europa League as it stands. Wolves through, Rangers through, Celtic out. Yeesh. Arsenal drawing 1-1. No, yeah, 1-1 aggregate. Gone to extra time. Inter through, Sevilla through on away goals. It ain't gonna be easy. Ain't gonna be easy. But yes, that was the first goal. Second goal scored by that guy, Odia and Ighalo, I think there's not a person out there who would begrudging that goal. There might be one or two. But as far as Man United fans, we are delighted, happy for him. As I said, his boyhood club, and he's starting his first game for Manchester United at Old Trafford, and he scores brilliant, brilliant work goal. Bruno Fernandes again at the centre of it, twisted and turning, and dinks a lovely ball to the far post to find Mata, who squares the ball for Odi and Ighalo, to tap in for 2-0. Everyone's happy. 3-0 before half time. Scott McTominay returning from injury. He slots the ball in from the edge of the box, side-footed really into the corner. Mignolet, no chance, flat-footed, and it's 3-0 half time. Down to 10 men. Club Brugge were, and it's pretty much game over from there. And come out the second half. Dan James is rested, subbed off. Taif Chong comes on to get 45 minutes in him. I think that was the right decision. Dan James has been playing a lot, way too much actually, this season so far, and especially, as I say, with the injuries to Rashford. Now it looks like Martial might be out for a little while, hopefully not too long. It's important to rest those players who have been playing a lot of games. And the tie was over already, so that was a good decision. Bruno Fernandes played on for a bit. We had a few chances, a few shots. In the end, I think we had about 26, 27 shots, which is remarkable for Man United based on what we've been doing this season so far. But we have to understand the opposition. It is Club Brugge, after all, and it is the Europa League. Then Jesse Lingard comes on, Mason Greenwood comes on, and we end up getting 4 and 5. And that pleased me because obviously we took our foot off the gas. We didn't want to overexert ourselves unnecessarily, which is right. But you still want to give the fans something to cheer about. And as it was actually Fred. Fred doesn't score, but Fred, who had only scored 1 goal in his Man United career, scored 2, tripled his tally by the end of the night. First, getting onto a Lingard cutback. Luke Shaw, Preston harried. Actually, between Luke Shaw, Fred and Lingard, they harried the Bruges defenders. Luke Shaw got a toe in through to Lingard, and he looked up and played a simple ball across the area for Fred to tap in for 4-0. And late on, very, very late on, Fred got another from Taif Chong, cut back and passed into the back of the net. 5-0, clean sheet, 7 games unbeaten since the loss against Liverpool, I believe it is. 6 out of 7 clean sheets. The only game we've conceded was the one in Belgium in the first leg against Bruges. Things are slowly turning around. We're looking a bit more idea, a bit more dynamic in the final third through Bruno Fernandes mainly. But you know, a player like him, it just brings the best out of everyone else. It adds another actual dimension, attacking impetus and threat when we get into the final third. We were bereft of ideas all season, pretty much, in that final third, and he just seems one step ahead. He sees things that others don't. He tries things that others won't, and he executes things that others can't. And you think, like, imagine we had him from the start of the season when we really should have been, should have sealed the deal, should have got him. But it is what it is. And I'll say, 5 matches, 5 man of the match performances. This is the quality that he's brought to Man United instantly. We hope it can continue for a long, long time through to the next round of the Europa League. It's a competition that we have to take seriously, one that we have to look to win. Doesn't mean we disregard the FA Cup and disregard a race for top 4 or top 5, depending on what happens with Manchester City and the UEFA ban. But this may well be, you know, come the end of the season, the best or maybe even only option and avenue into the Champions League. We know we've done it before in 2017, and we need to keep pushing to keep all avenues open to hopefully end the season with some success. But yes, 5-0, perfect performance. Good to see returning players from injury. Unlikely goal scorers on the score sheet, and Ighalo getting his first, hopefully, of a few more for Man United this season. Guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, comment below, share the video, and I'll see you.